One thing that bothers me all the time is how people class themselves as a small YouTuber. And to that I say, who are you comparing yourself to? And the person watching this video may be falling to the trap of calling themselves small YouTuber, may have a question mark in their head. And to that I say, yeah, who are you comparing yourself to? They're still confused, they're rattled. I'll explain why I said the same question twice. Smaller, so you're comparing yourself to someone. So you set a standard in terms of what's big, right? And you base that off of, you know, audience reach or the size of your audience. No, 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 my friend. It doesn't work like that. It's simply the richness of your mind and your genuine passion to help people. Being a real person and not sabotaging your goals. Because believe me, man, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of creators out there who may have a large scale influence, but they don't deserve it. A lot of Twitch streamers who terrorize people in the street, but they have a large audience. Make that one make sense. But you class them as big YouTuber, maybe well known, but yeah, for an infamous act. They may have a big audience, but I wouldn't necessarily class them as big YouTuber. In my terms, a lot of people believe it's primarily based on audience. You're thinking of big audience. When I think of big or small YouTuber, I would say those people with the big audiences who throw their morals away, I class them as the small YouTubers. Honestly, because it's not truly in their heart. They don't truly care about the audience. They're just in it for the money. Now, of course, I'm aware. Yes, we all need to live. We all need to find a way of living. Absolutely. We gotta pay our bills. We gotta live. We gotta find a cost of living. Well, let me rephrase that. For the cost of living, man, get your food, get your wheels, get your water bills, your electricity bills. You gotta live. You gotta make a living. You gotta stay indoors. Keep a roof over your head. I get that. Absolutely get that. But if your heart is not on it, if you're just doing it for an external asset, I don't class you as a big YouTuber. You're on the small side. Honestly, I'll class myself as a big YouTuber, even though I may not have the big audience that people would class as big YouTuber. And yes, I do barely get reviews. If you want to make it a comparison game, cool. But to me, it's not about comparison no more. If I'm able to touch one heart via my videos, then I'm more than big enough. Right? A lot of people, we like to have a big, or you wait for a big, big audience to give yourself the permission that you're worthy of doing said thing. The metaphor of being big in terms of successful. No, I like to see myself big right now and have the confidence. I don't say that in an arrogant like way where it's like, oh, I'm better than you. No, I just mean that as in I believe I'm mentally rich enough, or what you would say big enough, to grant myself the permission, and I believe I've been through enough and have a good, I've been through enough to be worthy of giving advice to help some guys out, whether they be older or small. I don't have any pride in that sense. I can learn from someone I can learn from a younger person than me. I can learn from a person that's younger than 20 years old. No problem with me. Absolutely no. No, I'm not 20 yet, but by the time this video comes out, I will be 20. But you get the point, you know? So yeah, stop calling yourself small. Who are you comparing yourself to? Because you shouldn't be doing that anyway. No one is perfect. It's as corny as it may sound because you hear it so often, it really is you versus you. You may compare yourself to someone who may have a lot more money than you or a bigger audience than you. Yeah, but you don't know their background story, right? And a lot of people, they like to compare themselves with the anomalies. And you're so exposed to those anomalies on your feed. You forget the majority. Don't compare yourself with the anomalies. Compare yourself with the majority. That's not for a pessimistic like reason or me being negative. But it puts things into perspective. It makes things realistic on how successful you want to be, so to speak, in terms of audience. So whatever you class as being, successful or big, as you like to say. But for me, I truly believe I'm a big YouTuber already. And people say, oh, no, it's because you're comparing my numbers with someone with 1 million. I'm just on me, man. A lot of you guys will say 337 subscribers. How many do I have now? 335 is a small amount, yeah, because you're comparing me. That's a lot of people. 335 souls who decided to click on this channel. And I never forced them to do none of that. And some of you guys may say, yeah, but yeah, most of them start watching you. But I still have one soul who watches my videos. That's more than enough. And if I'm able to inspire one person further, hey, I've done more than enough. And it would be good to uplift more. But one is a good baseline. You want to become number one? You have to give yourself, you as one person, the permission to do great things. And not base it on external factors by the audience. Starts with you. And everything else is a byproduct. Facts. Amen.